That's a very big question, especially for Germans, whom I know very well that they love the Western Cape. And I mean, the Western Cape has proved itself to be a very, very good tourist place, especially for the Germans who end up going there not only for tourist purposes and leisure, they end up doing business there. And many of them end up also buying properties there and retire to stay there. So Cape Town would top the charts, especially if I'm to speak in the context of Germany. And then you would have, if you go to the north side, you would have your Limpopo and Mpumalanga, and that's where you find your Kruger National Park in terms of attractiveness. And I know that a lot of our people also love to spend time in the bushes. So that will also be a good winner as well at any time. And then you have many of them. I mean, if you explore the Eastern Cape, that's where you find Port Elizabeth, which they now have termed Gqeberha. And you also find the coastal side there as well. It has a good balance, the Eastern Cape, of the coastal and the bush life there, which is purely amazing. So those are the ones that come to my mind very quickly. And then, I mean, if you are into city life and partying and everything, you can always visit Johannesburg, which is in Gauteng, and you'll have a good time there as well. So much. I've gotten to learn, I must say, so much about the Bavarian economy. An economy that we know very well that in the past it was more agrarian. And it moved from there to build itself to be one of the most resilient, not only in Germany, but also in Europe. And I've learned to appreciate how they are doing in terms of the ICT, which is a big factor in the Bavarian economy, the automotive, which I'm obviously biased to because I've also seen the beauty it has done for my country as well. And you go into the mechanical. I mean, for me, the Bavarian economy is one of the best economies that exist out there, and I have a very good appreciation of it, and also the manufacturing side of it. I know also that it is also built on medium-sized enterprises, and that for me is a big thing, because if you look at the most enterprises that are there, they started as small and as family businesses. To be in the league that they are now, to play a big role in the economy, for me, those are some of the most outstanding things that I've learned about the economy itself, yeah. Between Bavaria and South Africa, I would say, and I would take it from the previous G7 we had. My president was just in Germany, as we know, in Munich for the G7 invited. And we spoke a lot about issues of the vaccines. And here we didn't only limit it to COVID, because I think COVID has made us to appreciate the importance of vaccines in general. So I know that my country is ready for collaborations, for partnerships in terms of production of vaccines, whether in malaria, in cancer, tuberculosis, in HIV. And so that is one of the biggest factors that are there in my country in terms of collaborating. I would also touch a little bit on food security as well. And we do know it is a factor for all countries. My country is one of those countries that are big where agriculture is concerned. So I know that there is potential in that regard as well. And we have a very skilled young workforce that is also very teachable. Now, if we are to look into that as well, it can also help us in terms of expansion. Another area where I think there is a lot of potential is in the logistics and maritime economy. And I think that is an area that needs to be tapped. And I know that my country is doing very, very well there. So those are some of the few that I would mention that comes on top of my head, really. Obviously, there are more. I don't want to speak about the existing ones because we do know that already Germany and South Africa are having big partnerships and collaborations. And Germany is one of our biggest trade and investment partners. So I'm not going to touch into the obvious, but I think if we look into the ones that we've just mentioned, and the last one for me, which I'm also very biased to, would be energy. And energy in the sense that I do know that my country can offer very good mixture of energy options, not only in the hydrogen that I know is big in Germany, but also in solar energy, also in gas, and also in coal, which is starting to be a factor now, and everyone is starting to realize that it is somewhat of a good opportunity as well. So my country is in that league, and really anybody that is interested in that can come and speak to us.